another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Coming up, we've got a good one in store. It's the Denver Broncos and our home team. With my partner Greg Olsen, I'm Mike Tirico. We are just about set to kick it off. Off we go from Houston. Get across the 20, mark them at the 22-yard line. A run with the Central Florida product, R.J. Harvey. And he is fortunate to get past the line of scrimmage. Call it a yard at most. Joshua Farmer there on the stop.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 23-yard line.
From the 23, here's 2nd and 9. Working out of the gun, it's Nix. This throw right side, pulled in by Pittman. And that changes things. Out of bounds inside the 40. A big-time play for the Broncos. 41 yards. First and 10 now from the 36. A run with Harvey. And he'll manage to get this ahead for a pickup of 5. From 31, here's 2nd down and 4. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's got his receiver. It's Cortland Sutton. And they'll get him down after a gain of 5, but that is enough for a first down.
You can see the eyes of the quarterback. He's trying to push this ball initially downfield, but with the defense doing a good job keeping a lid on the coverage, he's forced to check this ball down to the shallow route. But this is something that they know in the future. If I need a couple yards, they can come back to this play.
He's got it inside the 5. And he's going to be brought down. Now, following the play, we're going to get a stoppage. There's an injured Bronco. So as they look at the injured player, we'll take a timeout. Great chance to make an early statement here on the road. It is 1st and goal. Harvey, and he'll work forward for about 3. It's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and goal.
Again, it's Harvey trying to find a crease in that mass of humanity, but he's going to come up short.
Down here this close, all it takes is one defensive lineman defeating his block and getting some penetration, and that's exactly what we saw here. Not only to stop the ball carrier short of the end zone, but to take him down for a loss.
Big play coming up, 3rd and goal.
Hold on a sec. Hey, captain.
Throwing, Nix.
You could tell that this defense was ready for this exact play call. They know that they're going to give their quarterback a chance both through the air and on the ground with his legs. They do a nice job stopping him short of the goal line to force 4th down.
Want to finish this opening drive with 6. So the decision is go for it on 4th and goal.
Bombers. Chill.
On 4th down, here's Nix. And this is incomplete. They don't go for the field goal. Wind up trying to throw for the touchdown. They get nothing out of it on 4th and goal.
These are the situations where, as an offense, you're trying to dial up your best play call to make sure this possession doesn't get wasted. But let's give credit to the defense. Big moment, big fourth down opportunity, and they're able to get off the field.
He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Here goes Trent. Hey, Bob. Hey, what's up? Crazy. Crazy.
On second down, it's May. And that ball intercepted by Pat Surtain. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. And the defense comes up with the first point to this one. It is a pick 6 to make it a 6-0 lead.
And, Mike, we talked all week which offense was going to be able to strike first and play with the lead. Well, the defense, they had other plans. They're able to put the first points on the board by capitalizing with that pick 6.
Patriots nothing. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line.
The Patriots take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Here goes Trent.
Maynard on first and 10. Open man, that's Kyle Williams. He's got it. Down the sideline. And he will dive into the end zone. 74 yards. Touchdown, Houston. Now Andres Borregales for the extra point. He's got it. And the Pats will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter. We're all tied, 7 apiece. And the kick's away. This will be returned from the 6. And he will get back to only about his 20-yard line. That's where the drive will start. Drive starts on the ground, and this is Harvey. His defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Now, a second down throw for Nix. Open man downfield. That is Bryant. And he'll be brought down, but not before they get this all the way up near midfield. A big-time play for the Broncos. 32 yards.
At the 49-yard line.
First and 10.
Almost set. 11. Okay. My name is Captain.
Now Nick's going to look to throw. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete. Cortland Sutton, the intended receiver. It's second down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field.
Into space. And he will score. R.J. Harvey. Touchdown, Denver. Touchdown number 9 for the year. Lutz for the extra point. The kick is good. The Broncos will move out to a 14-7 lead.
Patriots 7. Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Here's Williams on the return. And he'll be taken down on what will be the final play of this opening quarter. We are through one. It's the Broncos with the early lead. More from Houston coming up in a moment.
Hey, no, here.
We're going to run, and this is Travion Henderson. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
A gain of 9 brings up 2nd and 1.
From the 34-yard line, here's 2nd and a yard.
Hey, here goes tonight. Hey, what's up?
Handoff here, up the middle. He is met and dropped. A couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage, too.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track, because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often in today's NFL.
3rd and short. And here is May. And he looks to be a bit short of the line. And that is going to bring up 4th down.
So he gets on the board, first catch of his career. I can promise you he's going to hang on to that ball. Now, it wasn't the flashiest of plays, but just try to get him comfortable and try to settle him into this game.
No move for the punt team. The offense staying out there for 4th down. They'll go. Here's May. That is incomplete. Oh, they elected to throw on 4th and short. It does not work out. They turn it over on down.
You know, Mike, there's a lot of coaches out there who believe that an aggressive style of offense is your best chance of winning. Now, this takes it a little bit to the extreme, but I think this is something that we're going to continue to see as this game unfolds.
That's over the middle and intercepted. It is picked off by the rookie safety. And the Patriots are going to take over here up near the 40. Now, after the interception, we have an injured player to look at. From the 39, here's a 1st and 10.
Hey, what's up?
On the ground, it's Henderson to start this drive. He'll take this ahead. It's a pickup of 3. Alex Singleton there on the tackle.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. A 3-yard pickup.
From the 42-yard line, here's 2nd down and 7. May gonna look to throw. Oh, he doesn't put it away, and the ball's out. The Broncos have it.
Mike, we hear that term run after catch so often, and sometimes people miss that there's kind of...
And remember now, all turnovers must be reviewed by replay, so this one is gonna need a little closer look. They'll come up here, 1st and 10.
Hey, what's up? Let's put it in here, baby. Hey, 5.
Out of the gun, here's May. Right back to Williams. They connect again. And he's going to be out of bounds down at the 30. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a 1st down.
First and
Keep
10
going,
at
Mike.
the 30-yard
Here
line.
you go. Hey, what's that? Crazy, crazy.
On the give, it's Henderson. That's the way you want to run it on first down. A gain of 7.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3.
From the 23, this is second and 3.
Here goes that.
Here's a run going left, and he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on the play. Here now, 3rd and 5.
Here goes that.
Off the play fake. Oh, they're on him in a flash, and he lost the football. The Broncos have it. One of those exciting moments in a football game. There is a turnover and a fumble. And all of a sudden, the guys who were on defense, they're starting to think like offensive players, Greg. They really wanted to take that back the other way.
And I think for that offense, they're fortunate that didn't lead to a touchdown, because for a minute, I thought the defender was going to take it all the way back. But either way, winds up with a pretty nice return, and his offense is in great position. I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
After the loss of 3, it is 2nd and 13.
Ready. Bombers, bombers, bombers.
Off the play fake, here's Nix. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him. Now the Patriots going to use their first timeout. Talk things over before 3rd down.
Early in this drive, they're trying to establish some offensive rhythm, but now after that 2nd down sack, really puts them in a must-pass. You don't want to be in 3rd and long very often in the NFL. It's not a very high percentage conversion rate, and with the danger of a 3 and out, they better hold up here in pass protection.
Nix from the gun on 3rd down. This one just too far for the receiver out in front of him. That one falls incomplete. He was looking for Michael Pittman with that one. And that'll set up 4th down.
I think he predetermined that 3rd down throw, and even though the coverage was tight, he still tried to fit the ball in there anyway, and it ended up falling incomplete. I think if he goes through his progressions and has a little bit more trust in his protection, I think there's an easier throw to make out there. And this is what you want. I mean, you clearly have the advantage, but you want to continue to apply pressure. Can you score every time you get the ball? They're able to do that here. They tack on 3 and extend their lead.
Here comes a return from the 5. Across the 20, they'll mark him down before the 25-yard line. That's where the offense will take over.
First and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now. They'll start from the 24. They'll go play action with May. That'll be caught. It's Travion Henderson. And they will finally run him down. A big play to kick off this drive. 36 yards.
This defense just gets punched in the mouth on that one, Mike, and it just seemed from up here that not everyone on defense was on the same page, and the offense was able to take advantage of it. The defense has to clean things up here in a hurry, because if they don't, they could be in for a long day.
And he will have the 1st down here as they get into field goal range, down just shy of the 20. Here's a timeout, Houston. That's their 2nd, as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this 1st half. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Working out of the gun. It's May. Oh, a huge mistake late in the half. It is intercepted. And he'll be taken down, but that is a good return. They'll set up shop at the 30-yard line.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now, Mike. He just has to make better decisions, because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
Nix Now to throw it here on first down. On the run to the right. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
So I actually really like the concept of the pass play, and I think if we see a little bit better pass protection, even just a second longer, that's probably a completed pass, but I think the pressure just sped his clock up just enough, Mike, that he wasn't able to get that ball exactly where it needed to be.
32-yard line. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
So, one half in the books. Second half coming up. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. First half played out a bit as we expected. We'll see if there's a surprise coming up. Both teams set to go, and the second half is underway. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
To throw on first down is May. He's got his man, Keyshawn Butte. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 45-yard line.
17 yards.
That's the way to get started. A pickup of 17 and a very quick first down.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's a run up the gut. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. Pickup of 11 yards on that one. Good for a Patriots first down. Operating from the shotgun, it's May. He'll go left side here and complete this one. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. Give him 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down. Out of the gun, it's Henderson. And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. 12 was nice last time, so they did it again. Another 12-yard pickup and another first down.
At the 18-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's May. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. And he'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3.
And we've been sitting up here wondering, when are they going to get their young, talented rookie involved? And they finally made it happen. He's able to get the ball inside the red zone with his first catch of his career.
That's caught left side by Pitts. And he will score! Kyle Pitts, touchdown, Houston. That is second TD catch of the season. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive, because they've still got some work to do.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Safe kick taken at the 5. He's across the 20 to the 21. That's where the drive will begin.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
We'll go play action with Hicks. A pass complete to the tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're going to move the ball all the way up to the 45-yard line. How about 25 yards to start the drive? First down.
He took a shot on that throw, but you don't feel it quite as much when you pair it with a throw as good as that one. So kudos for him standing in that pocket, delivering a strike to pick up that first down.
On first down, here's Nix to throw. His throw right side, pulled in by Pittman. And they'll get about half of what they needed to pick up a 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
At the 50-yard line.
Working out of the gun, it's Nix. That's taken in, it's R.J. Harvey. He's going to be taken down at about the 30. They get 20 on the connection. First down, Broncos. And in motion is Ingram. Nix going to keep it on the zone read. Probably should have given that one up. Back to the line of scrimmage, and that's all.
A lot of defense's strategy of defending the zone read, Mike, is we want that quarterback to pull the ball. It's one of their few chances throughout the course of the game where they can get their hits on him. And in this case, they're able to hold him to no gain.
He will air this out. Looking for Sutton. That is going to be hauled in. He's got it. Cortland Sutton. Touchdown, Broncos.
All week, we're going to see this play be run over and over as a highlight of the quarterback and the receiver. But, Mike, the part that people don't give enough credit to, in order to get a downfield shot, you have to have time. And what a great job by the offensive line, allowing the quarterback to be comfortable enough in the pocket, let those deeper routes develop, be on time and accurate with the ball. And that's why this play is going to be a highlight all week. Let's give the big guys up front some credit.
That ball going to hop into the end zone. It's a touchback that will come out to the 20-yard line. The drive begins at the 20. Here's 1st and 10. That's quickly out to Williams. And they'll bring him down, but not until he gets to the 38-yard line. Love to start any drive like that. 18 on the first play. And a first down.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
Here's May to throw it on first down. He fires downfield for Pitts. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. They are cooking to begin this drive. This play going for 30 yards.
Both pre-snap and post-snap, this is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
So they come to the line for first down and 10.
Here we go, son. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Hey, what's up? Crazy, crazy.
Here's May. Got a man coming across the field. He's got it. And he will score. Game on. Touchdown, Patriots. Greg, they are pecking away at this one now. Very big touchdown. Gets them right within reach of pulling this comeback off.
Well, Mike, at the very least, they've given themselves a chance. But can they get a stop and get the ball back again for a chance to go down and really make this one interesting?
The kick is good. Important extra point. The difference is just 3, a field goal here in the fourth quarter. So they've cut into the lead. Now just a field goal behind as they kick it off. From the 6, here comes a return. He'll get this up to the 28-yard line. Nice place for the drive to start. They'll begin on the ground with Harvey. This defense all over this one. They get him down behind the line. It's a loss of a couple.
At this stage in the fourth quarter, great job by the defense, understanding exactly what the offense is trying to do. They're trying to bleed the clock, shorten the game. They completely sold out to stop the run, able to take them down for a loss.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. From the shotgun, here's Nix. He's got it to the 20. And he's going to take this one all the way. 74 yards. Touchdown, Denver. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter. Get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Will Lutz to kick off for the Broncos.
So now after the touchdown, Lutz going to send this one away. Williams now to return. He'll get this up past the 20. That's where they'll set up shop.
At their own 22-yard line.
So first and 10 now. They'll start from the 22.
Here. 5. Crazy.
Now May. Moving to his right, just trying to avoid the rush there. He's hit as he threw, and the pass is incomplete.
And I like this defensive game plan. When you're going against an elite quarterback like this guy, Mike, you have to get bodies in his face. You have to get him around his feet. You have to move him off his spot. Because if he can sit there in rhythm, on time, comfortable in the pocket, he's going to pick you apart. So it doesn't always have to be a sack, but you have to make him uncomfortable in the pocket.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. Throwing is May. He fires downfield for Pitts. And for a third time today, he's intercepted. Picked off by P.J. Lott. And his offense is going to be all set up with a short field and a chance to extend their lead.
The best way, Mike, for a defense to bait these bad throws is don't allow the quarterback to throw the ball to their first read. By the time he gets to the third or fourth read, in this case, the defender has already put himself in position, jump that route, challenge the receiver, and that's a big-time takeaway.
And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
He's done a really nice job making the most of his touches. They've made it a priority. Let's use this ground game to try to wear down the defense, and right now it's one of the main reasons why they have the lead.
And this takes him into the red zone. He's brought down inside the 20-yard line. A gain there of 15. Good for a Denver first down.
So when you're evaluating the impact of a team's run game, I think it's important at the end of the game to look back and say, okay, how many yards did they run for? But more importantly, when did those yards come? Did I run for those yards in the fourth quarter, which typically means I had the lead? That's the sign of a successful run game, as opposed to getting a lot of meaningless yards early in the game.
So they go backwards on first down. Here's 2nd and 13. From the gun, that is a run with Harvey. And he is not going to get away. Might have got the yard, but it will set up 3rd down.
He does a nice job coming from his safety position, filling his run gap assignment, and keeps this to a modest gain at best.
You've got to consider this an absolute must-stop defensively. It's 3rd down. Now they'll set the screen for Harvey. And he'll gain some yardage here, but that is not nearly enough for the 1st down. So it's going to bring up 4th down.
Anytime you call a running back screen, the key is the relationship between the offensive line and their running back. They have to be in sync perfectly to set up the big play. That wasn't the case here on 3rd down. He gets tackled short of the sticks. So it's not exactly what you're looking for when you set out on a drive, but at the same time, you don't want to come away empty-handed either. So in this case, they'll take those 3 points.
So following the field goal, Lutz is back out to kick it away. Here's Williams on the return. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line.
At their own 26-yard line.
Throwing on 1st and 10 is May. A high throw over the middle, that's taken in. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line.
And the Patriots.
So time becoming a factor, down 2 scores. They do have 2 timeouts and the 2-minute warning to work with, though. May now on 1st and 10. He'll let this one go long for Williams. He will go all the way. Touchdown, Houston. 2 touchdowns for him now in the afternoon.
Well, that was step 1. The offense did their job, get this thing back within 1 possession, so they're still alive. But now they've got to find a way to get a little bit of luck and find a way to get the ball back, and it's not going to be easy.
The PAT, up and good. And the Patriots are back within 6.
Patriots 48.
The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. He fields it at the 8. He'll get across the 20, mark him down at the 23-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
They'll drop to throw. Do you believe it? It's intercepted. Picked off by Benjamin St. Just. And he's going to be brought down. What a turn of events here. He has given his guys 1st and 10 in the red zone.
It's not often, Mike, that everything breaks right for this type of return off of an interception. But boy, is it beautiful when it does. I mean, look at the defenders just flip around and become blockers, trying to spring their guy to the house. Great athleticism, some great moves on his part. I mean, he's going to have some of his offensive teammates looking over their shoulder for their position.
Crazy, crazy, crazy.
Out of the gun, here's May. That ball flutters to the ground. It's incomplete. Well, fortunate there wasn't a defender right there in the area. Could have been a turnover. Instead, it brings up second down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
May to throw on second down. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down.
So now after that last incompletion, this brings up a critical third down. But remember, Mike, they don't have to get it all here in one play. They've got third and fourth down. There's no punt, there's no kick. They've got to treat this like it's their final possession of the game, and they've got 2 downs.
That is caught side of the end zone. Way beyond Henderson. Touchdown, Patriots.
Well, there's still some time remaining, but what a sequence of events here, Mike. I mean, late in the game, they get the touchdown that they needed to tie it, and now they can take the lead with the extra point.
So, not home yet. Still a critical extra point here to break the tie. A critical extra point is up and good. They have taken a 1-point lead here in the late stages of this one. So now playing with the lead after that fourth quarter touchdown. Time to kick it back the other way. This will be returned from the 6. He will get cut down short, shy of the 20-yard line. They'll come up for first and 10.
Captain. Hold on a sec. Ready. Away.
Throwing is Nix. He will slide to a halt, but he does have the first down. Now the Broncos going to use the first of their timeouts, and they'll have a chance to talk things over after picking up that first down.
10 at the 29-yard line.
Here's Nix to throw. Oh, with a pressure there. He can't get a throw away, and he's taken down.
The defensive coaches, they preached all week, Mike. They have to have relentless pursuit of this quarterback when he tries to extend the play. So often it results in a great play for the offense and a big pickup. This time, because of that pursuit, it leads to a big loss.
Christian Gonzalez, first rounder out of Oregon. Tight coverage there.
The game is there for the taking. They control their own destiny, but this brings up a really big third down here. But remember, they don't have to force it and push the ball past the sticks. Even if they come up short, they still have fourth down in their back pocket to try to extend this drive and see if they can pull out the win here late.
Play action now. It's Nix. There's a throw right side taken by White. Now a timeout, Denver. That's their second. And the clock will stop with 45 seconds left in the game.
And after that completion, they don't have enough to move the chain, so it's all going to come down to this. If they want any opportunity to go down and kick themselves a field goal, they've got to convert here on this fourth down. They need their best play.
Here we go. This is fourth down. Nix gonna throw for it. And that is incomplete. They had their chance. They took it there. Look, they're trailing late. You gotta let it fly. So wind up a turnover on down.
And What a stop by this defense. They know the opposing offense has to go for it right now. There's not enough time for them to get the ball back and get another crack at it. They're trying to get in field goal range, and what a fourth down stop to all but end this game.
Ball carrier. Alex Singleton on the tackle. A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Here's a 2nd and 9. So it's a win for the Patriots. They finish off the first month of the season perfect as the victory runs their mark to 4-0. And that'll do it for my partner Greg Olson. For our entire team, I'm Mike Tirico. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. So long, everybody.